because he only passed the ball when he wants an assist. I got another stat for you. Kobe is considered a ball hawk, right? Do you know that for their careers, LeBron attempts more shots per game than Kobe for their careers?
That's a surprise because I would have thought LeBron was kind of like passer type of guy. Kobe is always looked at as like the high spot, so to speak. The ball,
So
people
again,
always people always associate Kobe as being a ball hawk. LeBron is kind of
right?
like the Magic 2.0 driving
Yeah.
this, but I'll say this in LeBron's defense. The thing about LeBron is like he didn't have that great of a talent, especially his first what 5-6 years in Cleveland. It wasn't until he got
So
down to Miami that he started having some good talent.
okay. So you got me still. I just had a call. So so let's start from 2010 when he first went to Miami till now when he's had at least two superstars on his team.
That's true.
So we can start from there. I'll excuse his first 8 years in Cleveland,
Mm-hmm.
just so that you can't even fit that he don't have players in his narrative.
Mm-hmm.
Chris Bosh went from a 21-11 player in Toronto, a franchise player, to being blamed and being the guy that they say this is the reason why they didn't win. He didn't get better. He didn't get better with LeBron. Same thing with Kevin Love. Kevin Love had 30-20 games with the Timberwolves, and he was a guy that Cleveland's been trying to trade every offseason.
I agree 100%.
So my thing is with Zoe and Kuzma and BI, like for this guy to just pass the ball when he has a chance at an assist, to me, that's going to kill. Like, in order to develop, you got to play.
Mm-hmm.
Brandon Ingram is a player that's a one-on-one player. You know what I'm saying? So he needs the ball in his hand. Zoe really don't need the ball in his hand because he's a really unselfish player. Like, he'll swing it before anything, almost to his detriment. From what I've seen last year with Kuzma, everybody's high on Kuzma, but what I noticed about him is he can't make a play for himself and he can't make a play for teammates. So he's somebody that really needs to get set up. And also his defense. Huh?
You think he can compare Kyle to Clay? Because to be honest with you, Clay isn't really that kind of ISO kind of guy. I think he needs to go somewhere and then he needs to kind of like, once he catches a pass, he's lethal and shooting, but I don't think he can really shoot on his own.
I wouldn't come. I mean, I almost see the comparison, but I think Clay's a much better ball player at this point, and Clay's a much better defender at this point. Mm-hmm. Like at this point, Kuzma is an offensive juggernaut, but
he's getting
he needs to be set up. But he does have some post moves, so I'll give him that. But he's also 6'10". But so he's one that needs to be set up. But Brandon Ingram can get his own shot. You know what I'm saying? Like he can create his own shot. Zoe don't really need the ball in his hand, but he's a point guard, so he needs to run the show. LeBron will sit there and dribble 14 seconds off the clock before a decision is made. And that's slowing the team down, and that's not the pace at which we want to play with Luke Walton as the head coach. So that's why I really don't want him there, because he's going to hold the ball too much. Now, if he's just going to sit as a forward and just play and play off the ball and let these young dudes flourish, then okay, I'll be open to that. But nothing about his career says that he's going to do that.
Well, let me ask you about. So the starting lineup looks like this. Starting lineup looks like, so you got Zoe, you got Kyle, you got Ron, you got Ingram, and you got JaVale.
Mm-hmm.
That's your starting five. Mm-hmm. I just read a Bleacher Report. Shout out to them. That said, in order for the Spurs to get Kyrie up, they had to give up Ingram, Josh Hart, Kyle, 2 firsts, and the rights to swap first-round picks. Of course, we already know that's not going to happen. But LeBron, as far as I'm concerned, you're going to have another starter there to pair with LeBron. You're going to have to. But what do you think the Lakers are going to do now to appease LeBron?
So this is my thing. Magic, to me, Magic has the cliche where he don't have to appease Bron. He got 5 championships to a 3+1. So Magic could really sit on his hands this whole first year. It ain't shit LeBron could do. So it ain't about appeasing him. With Brian, it sounds crazy, But what Bron needs to do is let these guys, because it's talent. Right now, if the Cavs were to play the Lakers without LeBron, the Lakers would win. So basically what I'm saying is the Lakers have better talent. So he needs, instead of stunt their growth, build with these youngins and see what he got. Because I believe Brandon Ingram's ceiling is Kevin Durant. I believe Kuzma's ceiling is Dirk with a little bit better defense. So these guys got potential. I think Kuzma's got a little better offensive game at this point in his career than Dirk did. But as far as what their potential is, what their ceilings are, like I hated seeing Randall go because I thought Randall could be Draymond 2.0. So
you talking about D'Angelo Russell?
No, Randall.
Oh, I'm sorry, Julius Randle.
Yeah. So
my theory about Julius Randle is, why would you go to New Orleans? Because you basically play the exact same position as AD. Unless you plan on putting unless you plan on putting Julius at the 4 and then putting Anthony Davis at the 5.
That's probably what they'll do. And what you got to realize is this: they both went to Kentucky, so they always go back in the summer and play with each other. Mm-hmm. And Randall has a 1+1 deal. So the first year is a team option. The second year is a player option. So what he's doing is he's going to play. He'll probably average that 20 and 10, and then he'll opt out next year, and then he'll get his money. I mean, it was a smart play on his end.
Yeah, I wanted to know about so back to the Lakers. So do you think that there's no other star is going to come to the Lakers? So you've got Paul George off the board, signed a big deal with OKC. You've got Boogie off the boards with Golden State. We need to talk about that because everybody now is like, okay, well, they jumped on the Lakers bandwagon when they got LeBron. Now Dubs fans are jumping right back over to Golden State because they got Boogie. They're practically fielding an all-star team. Now everybody is upset, but why is everybody so upset at the fact that the Warriors went out and signed Boogie when nobody else wanted to get him and got him relatively cheap at that? Why is everybody so upset? Is it the fact that there's no parity in the league, or is it just the fact that nobody wants to see Golden State win?
So I'm gonna answer that question, but I'm gonna answer it as a Laker fan because I can't tell you why everybody is upset. Me personally, I'm upset because the league is letting this happen when the league said Kobe and Chris Paul, this can't happen, but y'all let that happen. But personally, that's why.
But see, hold on, let me cut you off there. David Stern was commissioner back then. Adam Silver had nothing to do with that. So we're talking different commissioners now, or I mean, what do you think about that?
No, because do you remember why I was originally vetoed?
No, I don't.
Because Dan Gilbert, the Cavs owner, was like, the competitive balance, the rich teams just get richer, and we gotta sit here and watch this happen. So that's basically why it happened. And then what the NBA did is they upped the salary cap for everyone, and it kind of messed up OKC because now OKC's looking real stupid over the luxury tax when they could have spent $13 $13 million over the luxury tax and been able to keep kind of killed OKC by doing what they did with that complaint and help the Warriors because the cap jumped. So as a Laker fan, that pisses me off because the league was like, oh, nah, Kobe and Chris Paul can't happen because it's not going to be competitive. But you'll let these dudes have 5 All-Stars. I mean, listen to this. I'm just going to say, just look at it, a competitive balance. And me, I like competing. So to me, I've seen a lot of people in a lot of posts, they just don't even play. To me, I don't know who raised them dudes, but you got to compete. You got to play. But if you look at their roster, if you look at the Warriors roster, they have a top 2 point guard, a top 2 shooting guard, a top 2 small forward, a top 4 power forward, and a top 2 center on one team.
Starting lineup.
Come on.
plus a pretty decent bench.
And they just signed Festus Ezeli.
Yeah, they just got Ezeli. That they just bought him.
No, it wasn't him. It was Looney.
Oh, Kevon Looney.
Yeah.
They got him for a minimum, like $1 million.
Yeah.
Got him for $1 million. That's a pretty good deal.
And they're looking at getting Jamal Crawford. And I'm hearing through the wire that they're trying to get the white boy from the Rockets. Or not the what's his name? No, not him. He was with Dallas.
Not Dirk. Chandler Parsons?
Bomb. That's what they're trying to get.
Ooh, but see that would be dope because it would be dope because Chandler Parsons could use a career jumpstart. Because I never thought he would. I thought him going to Memphis was a mistake. Personally, he was a perfect 3-and-D guy. I mean, he didn't really play that much defense, but he had range. When he was in Houston,
he was Kyle Korver 2.0.
That team,
call it what it is.
That team was on point when he was at his best. And I always liked Chandler. Parsons. I thought he was a good player. I thought he was good in Houston. I just thought he made a mistake by going. But I mean, hell, if they're gonna pay you, they're gonna pay you, right? Why not?
Mm-hmm. So that's what I'm hearing, but it is what it is. You got to go through it, and you never know what happens. You never know.
That's true.
Honestly, I said this last year. It's almost over, anyways. I think this will be their last year. You can quote me on that.
Well,
this their last year.
Talking about the Warriors, right?
Yep.
Of course. Isn't Clay free agent next year?
Yep.
Clay's a free agent next year, and they have to re-sign Dre, but Dre said he's not going to take an extension this year. He wants to get paid next year.
Mm-hmm.
And then KD is a free agent after next year.
Correct.
And then they're still paying Chef $40 million. So yeah, You could say
they almost done.
You can see they definitely gonna try to get under the salary cap. So I'm gonna ask you about the Wizards, and then we can peace out.
Cool.
So the Wizards today got Dwight Howard, and they signed old Georgetown product Jeff Green 1 year.
Uncle Jeff.
I have said this, and you can check my Facebook page. I said they're both an upgrade over what they had over Gortat and over Morris because I think Jeff Green had more heart than Markieff Morris. And we all know Stevie Wonder can see that Dwight Howard is clearly an upgrade over anything Mark Gortat has ever done. So I want to know, and my thing is like, Wizards fans still are not happy. Why? I can't understand. It's just like if you've upgraded at two positions of weakness, why are you upset?
I'm gonna tell you why.
You got Wall, you got Beal, you got Porter, you got Jeff Green, and now you got Dwight. That sounds like a pretty good team coming out the East, especially now that LeBron has gone west.
It sounds like they're the fourth best team at best coming out of the East.
Mm-hmm.
At best, they're the fourth best team. And you know what? Really, knowing the Wizards, that all of that being said, they're probably still a first-round exit. So let's call it what it is. I'm going to tell you why. Wizards fans have these illusions that their team is really good. But if you're looking at it from a basketball perspective, the problem with the Wizards is number 2, John Wall. If the Wizards were smart, they would trade him because right now he's peaked. He won't get any better than what he is right now.
Trade John Wall.
But listen, I'm talking about don't think with your heart, think with your basketball.
I'm thinking monetarily. They're not going to trade him after signing that 6-year, $141 extension. That's not happening.
So they happy with first round losses every year.
Oh, okay. In the same page. Okay, I understand that, but at the same time,
like, do you want to win or do you want to keep Wall? Which one you want to do?
I want to win.
So listen, it's so easy right now. What team just lost a major star?
Cleveland.
So right now, if you're the Wizards, you wouldn't trade Wall to Cleveland for Colin Sexton, Kevin Love, and a first-round pick?
Would the Cavs take that deal?
John Wall is a face of the franchise guy. They just lost a face of the franchise.
Mm.
They will take that deal in a heartbeat.
Okay, I'm gonna put that on. I'm gonna put that on Facebook right now. So you saying trade John Wall to Cleveland, Ron Sexton, Kevin Love in the first?
Correct. Because the contract's got to met in that Kevin Love contract, right? And then what you got to do is you got to dump that Porter contract.
Okay, now the Porter contract is a little bit.
Dump that.
Now who's going to take that? Who's going to take that Porter deal?
That pick that you just got from Cleveland, you sitting that with Porter. And you get a bunch of one-year deals that's worth what Porter is. That way you got salary cap next year because the free agent class next year is going to be even better than it is this year. So you got money to spend. You got a young point guard, young athletic competitive point guard. You got Bill, who I think is the best player on the Wizards. He's their best two-way player. You got Dwight, who's going to be a good defender there. And you got Oubre, who can step in at that three. And you got Kevin Love, who has shown that he can carry a franchise. I mean, he didn't carry him to the playoffs. Speaking with the Timberwolves, but he's not going to be a slouch there. So I mean, if you got Colin Sexton, Bradley Beal, Kelly Oubre, Kevin Love, Dwight Howard, I think you're better than the Raptors. You may even be better than the Sixers with that right there.
Damn, you got me thinking about that now because it's like, okay,
it's about winning. As a franchise, you got to try to win. It ain't about keeping these dudes. It's about winning.
I like Oubre. I thought that the Porter deal was reached. I think Brooklyn did that on purpose. The Wizards. I said the Wizards signed him anyway because they had.
It ain't Brooklyn's fault. The Wizards didn't have to match that. The problem. Listen, another problem.
That's what I'm saying.
The problem with DC teams and the Wizards in particular is nobody wants to come here in free agency. That's why they had to do what they did with Paul Pierce and all that other. Nobody wants to come there. So what you have to do is you have to win, but you have to win through the draft, win through development, win through making trades, right? So you're going to have Sexton for at least 3 years. You got Bill with that deal. You're going to have Dwight for 1 year. If he plays out, you'll give him another one. You still got Love in his contract for another 2 more years. So at worst, you got these dudes for 2 years to see what you can do in the East without LeBron there. Now, will Wizards fans be upset if they trade Wall? Yeah, but if you're in the Eastern Conference Finals in 2 straight years, are you going to be heartbroken over that?
No.
So it's about winning.
All right, so
stop getting attached to these dudes, man, because these dudes is just doing what's best for them.
All right, I'm gonna read what Destiny sent me. Said on the show, make sure you tell how LeBron took a step back to winning a chip. Now he has to beat this Destiny, our co-host. That to make sure that you say how LeBron took a step back to winning a chip. Now he has to beat the Warriors before even making it to the finals, and it's dumb on his part. If he wanted to make it easy on himself, entering the same conference as the Warriors was not smart. If he came to the Celtics, he would have built the team and guaranteed a ride to the finals without Kyrie being back. That's what that's.
So listen, LeBron knew what he got himself into, or he would have signed another 1+1 deal like he did with Cleveland. He knew that it was going to be time to build. He's 33 years old. Maybe he don't like them long runs in the postseason that ends up with nothing. His body needs a rest. Maybe he wants to watch his son develop. Who saying that he's taking a back seat? Maybe that's how he's planning out the next 4 years of his life. Listen, at the end of this Laker contract, he'll be 37 years old.
He's done.
So he's thinking past basketball at this point. At this point, really, he can't do nothing but hurt his legacy.
Mm-hmm. That's true. I agree with that.
So it ain't taking a step back. He know what it is.
Two more questions that just popped up on me. So it said Jimmy Butler in Minnesota wants to get out. He's not going to sign an extension because of the young players and professional attitude. Where do you see Jimmy Butler going? Where is he the best fit? Do you think he can go to Cleveland?
Honestly, this is going to sound crazy, but I could see him with the Clippers. And the only reason I say that is because, Tibbs is the T-Wolves coach. Mm-hmm. But when the Celtics won the championship with Doc Rivers, he was their defensive coordinator. Mm-hmm. So it's got some chemistry and some scheme fits there. And the Clippers have money. Plenty. And they don't have a face of the franchise. Blake's not there. CP3 is not there. DeAndre is not there. Mm-hmm. So I can see him doing that. or Dallas got money. So, who knows? We'll see. But, I mean, those would be my two guesses. I would say the Clippers or Dallas.
And so we've got, like the last question. So Kyrie is being floated in trade rooms with Kawhi Leonard. Does this make sense? Or does it not?
Makes sense for who? The Knicks? The Knicks, Lord. You see, I already got him in New York. Does it make sense for Boston, or does it make sense for San Antonio?
Does it make sense for the Boston Celtics to get rid of Kyrie for Kawhi? But my thought on that is, look what they did without him. And Gordon Hayward, by the way. They got to the
So what did they do without him?
They had a great season without Kyrie Irving, and they had a great season without Gordon Hayward, most of it.
So, do you know what a great season is?
As far as I'm concerned, yes. I mean,
a great season is you walking away with a championship.
Okay, that's what I was.
See, this is what bugs me about LeBron. He's made it okay for y'all to say, okay, winning the championship. We still had a great season, though. Like, y'all, these great seasons. A great season is a championship. If you didn't win the championship, it wasn't a great season. LeBron has made that shit okay for y'all to say that it's a great season. That's that bullshit that I'm talking about right there.
That's the coach you talking. He's like, no, there's no great season.
That's not a great season. It's not a great season. So what? Terry Rozier, that's your answer? We saw what that guy did in the conference finals, right? He couldn't get a bucket. He shot them out of that game.
All he did was shoot threes. That was a terrible decision.
He shot him out the game. So absolutely. Listen. The Celtics, if they were to make that trade, they would have better wings than Applebee's.
That's true.
Gordon Hayward, Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Kawhi, it's like it ain't enough minutes. But then they ain't got nobody to drive the show. No point guards. Because if you got faith in Terry Rozier to do that.
Wait, time out. But then remember, they're going to have to. So you're basically saying trade Kyrie for Kawhi straight up?
No, I'm saying that's a terrible idea. Because you already have enough wings as it is. You're just going to add another one. And now you're not going to have a point guard to run the show. If they trade anybody, they should trade Hayward.
Ooh. But see, his injury basically diminished his trade value as far as I'm concerned.
Well, wait until February. Let him play this season. If he's balling out, make the trade.
Where you see him going? Last question.
Who?
So you say wait till February, wait till the All-Star break to trade him. Where do you see the need for Gordon Hayward?
Honestly, I think Brad Stevens likes the kid, so I don't think he's going anywhere.
Played college coach. College coach.
Absolutely.
A lot of people forget. I called this, and you remember that.
Yeah, I remember.
And look, Brad Stevens is the coach of the Celtics. Gordon Hayward is a free agent. He played at Butler. Perfect match. Makes no sense why he wouldn't want to go play with his college coach, the guy that gave him the recognition.
Right. But at the same time, it goes back to what I was saying about John Wall. And is it about how you feel about a player, or is it about winning? Because honestly, Tatum's going to be a dog. And honestly, Tatum's ceiling is higher than Hayward's ceiling. And that's facts. So I could part ways with Hayward and feel real comfortable with giving Tatum a super max deal just based off of what I seen last year.
Man, you just got me thinking. So I'm like, okay, you got Kyrie, you got Gordon Hayward, you got Jaylen Brown, and you've got Tatum. That team on paper should run the East for a long time.
And you didn't even mention Marcus Smart.
And Marcus Smart, the dog off the bench. I'll never believe in Toronto. I think they're just something about them. I'm like, DeMar DeRozan and Kyle Lowry is old as far as I'm concerned. Nothing spectacular is going to happen out of the North. Sorry.
I mean, without LeBron in the East, you never know. I mean, they were the best team in the East last year record-wise.
Indiana, let's see. Indiana, Victor Oladipo had a renaissance. So it's good to see him doing well, especially a guy from this area. But I think they're going to need some more pieces.
Absolutely.
Milwaukee, Giannis is Giannis. But who knows what's going to happen with Jabari Parker.
Oh, he's leaving. They already said they weren't re-signing him.
Oh,
Philly is who you got to look out for.
Yeah,
Philly.
It's basically Philly and Boston. You know,
that's it.
Philly and Boston and everybody else, Wizards, Toronto, everybody else is on the second tier. It's Boston and Philly all the time over at least the next 2 years. So it's like, I guess if you want to watch the Eastern Conference, that's all you want to see.
Now, I'm going to say this, and it's going to sound crazy, and it's coming from left field. Keep your eyes on the Knicks.
I like KP.
I like Fizdale.
I like Frank Nitti. And I like, what's the guy's? Marcus Monk. I like him too.
And they just re-upped on Beasley, and I like Fizdale as a coach. So don't sleep on the Knicks.
Fizdale got that fire, man.
And people and players are going to want to play for him. So don't sleep on the Knicks.
Cantor resigned too. He opted in.
Of course. Who else was going to pay him?
They're still paying Joakim Noah like billions of dollars for not playing a minute. So it's like him and your boy. Yeah, I meant to ask you about this. So are they going to extend Luol Deng's contract? Because they're not going to buy him out. He's not going to agree to a buyout. This is his best chance of winning a ring. They're going to buy him out. I've been meaning to ask that to all the Lakers fans. I'm like, okay, so what did you do? What are you going to do?
No, they're not. They're going to let that shit ride out and get rid of that contract. That's what I would do. I mean, you done lived through it for 3 years now. Finish that motherfucker off and good riddance, because the more you spread it out, the more money you're not going to have. Eat it, let it go. It was a bad decision. Magic, just take that L and keep it moving.
Damn, so that's basically what this is going to be about in September, man. All it's going to be is
okay.
So I recorded like the last 30 minutes of that, so I'm gonna put that on YouTube for everybody.
Okay.
But yeah, man, once Destiny comes in, I got my man Ed on the board, so I got it all set up the way it's gonna be. So I can't wait for September, man. I'm telling you, dog.
All right, man, I'm all here for it.
All right, my brother. Well, you have yourself a good night. Get back to coaching, man. You better go shoot. You better go hit the court. Girl, you said you know in about like 40 minutes, right?
Yes, sir.
Hey. You hear that?
Yeah, I hear it. That's a little one. I already know.
No. I'm talking about fireworks outside.
Oh, that's what that was?
There's fireworks outside. Oh, no, she upstairs in her crib, bro. Don't worry about that.
Oh, okay.
All right, my brother. So I'm going to put this on YouTube. I'm going to send you the link as soon as it's uploaded. I'm going to put this part on Facebook as well so people can check it out. I'm going to put some stuff down and hold on.